How much money do you need to purchase a home in Cape Town this year, 2021? That's quite a big question. So hey, if you haven't watched this channel before, it's Rob GillT. It's all about property, it's all about Cape Town, and it's all about a little bit of fun. Guys, let's go and check this out. So yeah, the big question, it's coffee with Rob. So, first things first, we're going to have a cup of coffee. That's the most important. And then we'll take it from there, eh? Right. So, how much money do you need to purchase a home in Cape Town? So guys, I managed to get this video out on time because I had to, the old computer finally packed up, the old DDR3, the old Intel, and the motherboard and all that was just giving me hell. I could get it running and then it would just give me hell. So a bit of an upgrade. So I did a bit of an unboxing. I went for the Ryzen and a Legend B450 ASRock board and a couple of things. Let me know if you think that was a good choice. Check it out. That's a bit of fun. And yeah, then I stuck it in the PC and it's all lights and goodies and whatnot. Look, I didn't need a big system. I'm not a gamer or anything like that. But I do need something decent for these videos because the laptop just takes too long. Don't have time for all that. Too many other things to do, like, property and all the rest of it. That was fun. Anyway, let's get to the subject matter, which is how much money do you need to purchase a home in Cape Town? And yeah, that's a tough question because that depends where you want to live. Now, do you want to live in Camps Bay? Do you want to live in Clifton? Or do you want to live in Blouberg? Or do you want to live in Durbanville? Keep in mind, the fun thing here is like Blouberg is one of the best kept secrets in Cape Town because it's so reasonably priced against, for example, Camps Bay, Sea Point, Clifton and those sort of areas. Because in Camps Bay, what you pay 15 million for, in Blouberg, you'll pay 3 million for. That's quite a big difference, and you've still got the beach. It's beautiful here. You've got the views of the mountains. It's an absolutely stunning area. So you can get a really nice place in the Blouberg area, maybe not so much up in the Table View side, but on the Blouberg side, down on the side of the beach and on the dune and on the mountain and all that, for a fantastically good price. So you can actually buy property on the coastline at a reasonable price. And if you go further out past Longabon and those areas, Azafontein, that sort of way, which is really an hour away from town, you can actually pick up properties for silly prices, for the size you get. And that's reasonably because they're so far out. They're so far away from civilization that the price is just less. But if you're moving from inland and you come to Cape Town, there's normally quite a shock with regards to the increase in price that you've got to pay for property, right? So, you've got to ask yourself, am I prepared to pay this amount of money and can I afford it? Now there are areas, for example, if you go out the Durbanville way and you look at some of the areas there, they're more in line with the prices you're used to paying in, say, Joburg or that sort of thing. Unfortunately, Durban is way below that, and that's going to be a bit of a shocker to you, but I know the guys from Joburg, Pretoria, that sort of area, will sort of see a parity in pricing between the more inland areas in Cape Town. Not so much some of the more, like Stellenbosch is a bit expensive, but there are some expensive areas in the Durbanville area as well. But there's some areas there which are more reasonably priced. But then you're 20 minutes away from the beach, 30 minutes away, but you're not far from places like Canal Walk and that sort of thing. But if you want to live on the coastline, I would say Blouberg's a pretty good choice, unless you want to stay far out from town. But you must remember, even if you're retiring, you need civilization. Some people don't, but I tend to like the fact that there's maybe a mall around or a petrol station or whatever the case. I don't really want to live out in desolation completely away from everything, and I quite like the fact that town is not that far away. Canal Walk's not that far away. being in an area. But that is unless, of course, you've got money to spend in town. Town is very expensive, and I mean, Clifton areas, there are houses there for 60 million, 100 million rand. I mean, wow, yeah, it's excessive. Houses in Camps Bay, I mean, from 15 to 50 million. And then you go to Hart Bay, and your average price is still 4.5 million, even with the big informal settlement there. And then you go up into Constantia, and it's quite expensive up there as well. So yeah, you probably need a little bit more money than what you had if you're coming from another town. Property is generally more expensive, but it makes sense. It makes sense that property will be more expensive along a coastline. It's actually surprising to me that property is not more expensive in areas like Durban and Port Elizabeth and East London. Those areas, the property is very cheap on the coastline, and for some odd reason, maybe it's not attractive for whatever reason. But I know the Cape Town coastline is very attractive to people, and it attracts very good value. So for investment, I would say Blouberg's one of the best places to invest in, because it's growing, and it's growing at an exponentially fast rate. So you'll probably see a return on investment in the future if you buy along this coastline. And so if you need a loan to purchase your home, you're probably going to need at least 3 times your repayment in salary or income after tax, after deductions. Okay, so for example, if your repayment's 20,000 rand, you need at least an income of 60,000 rand to achieve a loan from the bank for that kind of money. All right, so just to put you in that perspective, don't forget you'll also need your transfer duty. Your transfer duty, anything from 8 to 13% of the purchase price, plus the lawyer's fees if you're purchasing. Quite important to remember that. So I just thought I'd bring that up, guys. Don't forget, pop down, check out the book Millionaire Real Estate Agent in the description. It's a lot of fun. It really helps your business if you're in real estate, and it'll get you on the road to success. So guys, like, comment and subscribe, and until next time, it's Rob GillT. Cheers.